Okay. Wherever that is. Hopefully, hopefully autosave happened. Hello everyone, welcome. Yes, good. Hopefully everything's okay now. I don't know, a sudden power outage happened. Not sure what it was. Apparently, maybe someone hit a hole or something, but it didn't last very long. Very long, luckily.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Alright. He shoots himself and attack yours for him, apparently. Well, I gotta bring up chat after this. Good job, guys. You got caught in the corner together. You did the job. Oh, y'all got a lot of reinforcement there. Nothing doing much. Whoa.
Nice try.
I do feel like the logic of a lot of these human enemies are like, if you saw Clive doing these fire explosions to his friends, would you really still keep fighting him? I'm distracted by watching you fill an orbiters and James flying a Mark 1 helicopter hybrid abomination. He's trying to build helicopters, yeah, because they added like a way to make helicopters now and cross out, can't talk. That's hilarious. I'm just I mean, I keep saying it. If they just stop attacking me, they'll stop happening.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting
He
talent
built it, yeah.
for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Only had to beat up like 12 dudes to get there.
Lights and woods!
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets.
Alright. Oh my nose itches. It's
Is
terrible.
this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor,
Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck,
Also,
Uncle.
I've dabbled into the forbidden poison of Age of Sigma. Well, mostly high elves.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Talking about that new one, that Ruin game, it does look really good. It's on. I don't think the beta's on PlayStation.
Is
Though.
it true
Steam,
there's been
this is why
trouble with
Steam
crystals
Next
of
Fest
late?
is so good.
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn
All kinds of
thieves.
things you get to try. That's why I got to try
Pilfering their
that
crystals
Twisted
that were meant
Metal
to
Orc,
fill our cups and light our stoves.
Orc Warhammer
Us
game.
common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either.
I mean, the
Whoever's
lore, and it's
taking them,
surprisingly good now.
they
Oh,
aren't sharing.
nice. I haven't touched the lore in a long time. To be fair, when it comes to any of them, even 40k or anything, to be honest. But I don't know. I just haven't had time to get into reading the lore lately.
Do you have a moment?
There's so much stuff going on. It's just been crazy, crazy, crazy. It's finally starting to
Depends what
calm
for.
down. The end of this
Just a
month should be
question.
the easiest part. once we
Dalamel
get
seems to be
towards real
thriving
closer
compared
to
to the other
Halloween
villages I came through on
and
the way.
Spider-Man 2,
Is there a reason for that?
everything should start to
Well,
calm
we're
down
a
after
stone's
that,
throw
and we
from
can,
Drake's
like I
Fang
said,
for one.
PC will be coming
The
back
soldiers
soon,
guarding the
so
Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend
it's
their
been
hard-earned
insane.
gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well,
Also,
thank you.
remember when Icket nuked
Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Nagash's Black Pyramid? Yeah. I have heard that, yeah. I do remember that. I remember we talked about that a long time ago. I don't remember what brought that conversation up. Can't remember. I might have been playing Tomb Kings. There's one more somewhere. Ah.
Needed to a silken soft.
You wouldn't believe how much you gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
So someone is
They'll probably be back at
controlling
the
the
inn by
market, and the Hare doesn't like this. Because the Hare is the one that's usually spreading the wealth around the city.
Fabrics, fresh from the capital.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Go in there. I thought it was like leading me to that door. So he's back this way. Wait, it didn't pull that up. Well, Nagash built 50 of them, and was about to use them in some grand ritual. And wait for it, all of them blew up in a warp fire and down. He was like, all right. See, that's an Icket moment where he's like, it looks like you didn't get the message the first time. Oh, man.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Looks like he's trying to swindle a guard. I bet she doesn't have anything of value.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sort if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask
Nagash
for
was
more.
laughing,
A
thinking
second-rate
he still
specimen
won.
like that would only fetch
But deep
500,000
down, we all
or so.
know he was
A small price to pay for
cursing,
admittance to the underworld. But enough
cursing
about my
that
little
nuke
act of
hungry white
subterfuge.
rat.
What did you
I just
discover?
find it hilarious that
That the
this
supply of
lord,
crystals
who's
has dried up
basically
of late.
deaf in its own
And
right,
some people seem to think they're
gets
being
topped
stolen.
by a
Meanwhile,
rat
members
who
of Kupka's
learned what
private
nuclear
guard have been
physics
spending
are.
money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
Perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
I mean, what do you think I'm heading over here for?
Fucking men of the wrong.
So it's way out there. Oh, we have to go out the other gate, but I need to come downstairs anyways. We have to go out near the Briar's Kiss out the desert gate.
Keep the darkness from your
Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
It would make a fine.
So right here. To the outside once more. Into the desert. Also, how did my chocobo get here? I can technically summon my chocobo right now, which is... My brain's like... yeah, how far would we have to travel? We didn't, like, bring her with us on some boat or something? Or in the carriages? Or with the carriages? It's like, damn, that bird runs fast. How'd it get here so quick? Oh, these little helldives becoming chicken wings at this point. Okay. Bird watchers dislike that. I mean, they shot first. I'm gonna claim Han Solo law. They fired first. We must destroy and upgrade and level up. The only thing that's not gonna die out here are all the red feathered chocobos everywhere. Is Bloodhound though? Is one Bloodfang? No. Totally fair game. Like all them, they get to live forever. Alright, where am I? Where are we going? Oh, we're going this way. Plus we need to collect some materials from this area. Doesn't seem to be varying too hard compared to like something like Monster Hunter or previous Final Fantasies or these bad games. Alright. Well, I can talk to you.
Turn around, friend. There's nothing back there but a pack of bloodthirsty beasts.
Alright. Alright, let's head towards the objective for now.
I'll take it from here.
Oh wow.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my
When a
lord.
random sneaks up and behind your lines and lays waste to all your heavy teammates' vehicles, that's terrible.
All. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Oh.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion, and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
We are here for business, it's not this business. We're here just for Titan assassins. That's what we're here. What's someone here for business right now? They're doing terrible. Just juggled when that actually was able to hit.
Over yet, Uncle? Good! I'm just getting warmed up! Stay down!
Captain down. Scoop this private guard. You did a terrible job at guarding him. Or keeping all of the stuff safe. Odin did a better job than he there. He probably wants us to tear each other apart over here because it make it easier for his units to move in. What the hell? They brought their chocobos into battle. I guess that makes sense because they said that they did have the best cavalry around. Should they be on the chocobos? Being separate from the chocobo kind of makes that pointless. It's like, alright.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard. You were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
That makes sense. That was his way to find out if we were like Sid or not.
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
So we know now for sure that the Dalmakian Empire and the Wayloders, aka Odin's Empire, are in some sort of alliance. But that's not official, though,
I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
This guy's awesome.
Wear this.
Thank you so much, Greybeard. Desert Rose, so now we're...
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Yep.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
What the? Hello, Harry Potter owl. What's up, bro? Well, that's way more efficient than just writing a letter and letting it carry it. Right.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Quest completed. There we go. Follow the crystals. Alright. Right, we're good. And of course, immediately there's a side quest next door.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that, or pack my bags.
Okay.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Woo! Prioritize. Might as well do it while we're here. Does make me wonder if I need to travel back to the hideout and see if there's another hunt somewhere as well.
And turn it into a riddle. I better
Let's
get
see,
to
there's
it.
another one over somewhere over here.
My carpets have pride of place.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Alright, there's our other side quest. I'll accept that in a minute. I'm looking for talking to another person.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Everything I've worked for.
No, that's not what we're looking for.
Just look at the detail. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
Yeah, but what would be the...
A hunter, that
What
makes
is it?
sense.
I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Alright, let's head back and talk to him, then we'll start the other one.
Fresh
Help
bread,
out
warm
people of
from the oven.
Demacia.
The finest
Because I feel at some point these empires are going to get suitably kind of forced into... Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Clive.
Oh wow, he has 3 things. Okay, so let's ask about the crystal trade.
How very fitting.
That the noble soldiers of Demacia and Waylode, partners in arms on so many battlefields, should also become partners in crime. Still, the merchants of Dalamil will be relieved to see them brought to justice. Many have been driven almost to ruin for want for crystals. I'm sure they will all be rushing to thank you for the service you have done for them. Of course, if they had any idea what you had done.
Of course.
As long as we remain reliant on the power of the crystals, we leave ourselves open to such exploitation. Our people are such greedy, needy creatures.
There's simply no other way.
Clive, you must bring down each and every mother crystal in the twins and put an end to the people's thoughtless dependence upon them. So Sid must have told him this. Because we didn't tell him this. So Sid must have confided in him a long time ago when they were both allies and told him about his grand plan he didn't know how to do. Do not try to disappoint me. Okay. The Dalamil Inn.
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
A veritable oasis with clear running water and natural hot springs. And I don't doubt that the people have been gathering here since long before the founding of the Republic. Since it was founded, they've been gathering in even greater numbers to serve the needs of the miners who work in Drake's Fang, and the soldiers who guard it. And serve them they did, lying their coffers far from the prying eyes and grasping fingers in the Republican excisum. Not that edicts from Rondalia carry much weight in these parts. Dalamil has long been something of a law unto itself. Here, those with the most money or the most friends usually make the most rules.
At least they did.
At least they did until Kupka built that castle of his at the heart of the Mother Crystal. Dalamil has been the Titan's fiefdom since then. And while his men may be liberal with their coin, they are anything but in the exercising of their authority, which, as I'm sure, I don't need to tell you is absolute. So you see why those with the people's best interests at heart took it upon themselves to organize their own protection, my predecessor chief among them. About Ludor.
You and I
have more in common than you think. Not only are we both masters of the blade, and devilishly, wonder what weapon he uses, and devilishly handsome to boot, but we are both the second people to bear our respective names. Oh.
What?
What, you didn't think Rosini Dalamil was my own invention, did you? It was the name of my master. I inherited it from her, along with her little title and her smithy. See, knowing Sid... How do I have a feeling? But I just had this distinct feeling after hearing that backstory going, okay, so that means Sid knew the original Desert Hare, who was a her. Who he was a kid living with her, being raised by her, okay. Okay, I see. My Sid instincts go, So, you might have some Ramu blood in you there, big guy. Along with her title and her smithy. Ensuring that her name lived on was the least I could do after all she did for me. She plucked me from the streets and put my less than nimble fingers to work making blades instead of trouble. See, the irony in the situation.
Alas.
Alas, she was to leave my life as suddenly as and unexpectedly as she had entered it. I swore to follow in her footsteps, and that I might change others' lives as she had mine. That is why I keep her forge alive. Why I played the Desert Hare. Why I care for the orphans of Dalamil. Indeed, I had thought my obligations to Renz and Drika. You have your own Biggs and Wedge. Renz and Drika to be my most pressing concern. That is until the infamous Sid made a surprise reappearance. Rather muddied waters. Still, I suppose there's enough of me to go around. But do forgive me if the Desert Hare isn't always at your beck and call, won't you? Okay. Nice.
Best of luck.
That was interesting.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either.
No, I kind
All
of
the
get
cook
it.
said was that he needs
I
his
just
knives
after
to
hearing
be
it out loud.
light. Too heavy, and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully.
It makes sense.
We must be missing
Durable
something.
and stay sharp.
Something
it's the
right in front
perception
of
of a
our noses,
rogue.
most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making
So the
this
knife
knife
should
forever.
be sleek, but yet sleek, edgy,
like
but
that much.
strong.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's
iron
either
would be
durable
most common in a place like
or
this.
it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Now, search the Velcro Desert for the metal trader. Oh wow, that's actually pretty far off. Okay, let's go do that. We're gonna go out here anyways. Oh, we gotta go over to this one. So let's head back this way. We're gonna go out this door for that. I'm gonna bring Chocobo because it'll be faster. Somehow magically transported my Chocobo here. Let's go! Let's go! Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's an old song. Just popped in my head when I said it. Back to the little junction, I guess you call this outpost, kind of. It's more of just a hideaway to get out of the sand, I assume. Ah.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now.
So
Besides,
limestone.
I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just...
So, oh wow, it's right out there. So we can fast travel back to town and run through town. It's going well. We're getting a lot of good stuff done. We're probably still not going to get the Titan tonight with the way this is going, though.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
Take a sniff.
It's going to end up being a part 3 to this.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Hanging lanterns. Keep it up.
We should get going soon.
Must be story.
I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Well, we can, but first we must collect limestone and things like that. We do need to fast travel back to the hideaway at the end of this and see if there's any hunts that we might have to do tonight.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
That's technically not true. Limestone looks very different compared to normal rocks.
Wait, incense. Wax candle. Just look at the details. Plates and pots.
Fresh bread.
The
warm
juiciest
from the
meat
oven.
from
It would make a fine gift.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
Here you go, big guy. Here's your lime.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Makes sense.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Nice. Quest completed. Cool, nice. Alright. So free XP, money, and more rep. And some goblin coin. Let's go get the other one now. Go help some more people. Some great Dalamil.
Needed to a silken
They need it with a leader like Titan.
Made from the
Titan ain't doing nothing to help nobody in there.
All those years of toil, every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you alright?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Alright.
Alright. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way.
Wow.
These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Alright, prioritize. That's gonna give us a lot of rep. That's also why we gotta go back and see if we've earned anything special out of our little build up the hideaway missions where you get so much rep and you get so many new items and stuff like that. Oh, I see what's causing it.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Oh, I get out there. Let me go
How
this
many
way.
times do I have to tell you? It's not.
I gotta go this way.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
So let's go. We gotta go all the way around. So we need Chocobo. Quite a ways over. Yeah. It looks like something else down there too. Should be this way over here. Three desert roses. Steel silk. There's our targets there. Grab all the items out here.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Oh my, they were asleep. Oh my, oh. Oh, this feels like a recipe for this now. You know we are fire. I feel like this is best bet. Get rid of these minion attacks quickly. It'll be about, oh god. How dare you bombs ruin the BAMs.
Out of the frying pan.
Oh, what the hell? We got a new one, whoa. Ooh. Ow. There's another one over there. Oh. Ooh. Whew, there we go. They're down. Oh.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
The bombs are gone. They were trying to enjoy a hot spring of their own that they created a way crazy, way too hot version. There's a chest. Although realistically, if you could somehow learn how to use that to your advantage and like keep them cool at certain times, hotter at other times, that would work. Be a cut on like cost completely. Oh.
I saw with my own 2 eyes what you did to those devils down there, and I still hardly believe it.
I backed it down.
Ready, go?
Back down we go. We gotta complete some side missions. And once we do this, we travel back to the hideaway, check our stuff there, do a little, what time is it, 7:36? Yeah. Do a little bit of pushing where the story is, and then we'll leave it for next episode. What next?
Back to the stables, girl.
We should get going soon.
Finally, we'll be able to get what's...
Sweet incense! What bucks can... There he is! The man who saved my business. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Nice quest completed! Done. We're almost at 400 rep. Breath of the Inferno Ignition. Reduce ignition's cooldown. Ooh. And more stalactite. We have a lot of it now. Nice.
The, scrubbing is almost finished. We appreciate your patience.
Huh?
Silver plat.
Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of stick to where it wants me to go for now. So let's go back to the hideaway first. Ow. So we can check for hunts that we might need to look for. Also, something's been delivered to a new missive has been delivered to my chambers. What's this one? That's the shelves. It's the opposite side of the shelves. It's the one with the deck around it.
Find cooker.
A desert alliance. Ah, from Rosina. Sid II, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it was worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you, it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Alright, so now what we need to do is go check the hunt board. They don't have anything new, so we're good there. Make sure there's no new hunts, and then we can head back to the deserts. But yeah, we're gonna have to start this episode earlier next time we do it. That way everyone has time to kind of stay in and get to see the whole thing, and we have time to actually fight Kupka. I didn't see anything new on this, so I'm pretty sure we fought both. Yeah, that one's crossed out, so yeah, we got them all. Alright. We'll check in with Vivian later. Back to the Dalamil Inn. Let's head south.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping to get out of this.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
So we have to go all the way to the end of the road and out that way.
Carpets.
The most fragrant herbs and
fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Alright, let's move on. Let's get on Kupka's trail and set it up for the next episode.
Sweet incense.
Helped out the local town.
We should get going soon.
Spreading Sid's influence further and further and further. Soon only Sid will rule this world.
Ready, go?
Ugh. Then the name Sid will become almost like a moniker of like an anonymous thing, because it's like, wow, who is Sid really? No one really knows. He is many, or she is many, or it is all. More Desert Rose. You need the ingredients. You can't go this way for some reason.
Straight home now.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load?
Aye. The guards are furious about it. You do well to steer clear.
Well, if it's blocking the road, it'd be a wasted journey anyway.
Wow, look at this place. Whoa, you see that out there? Dang.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kuka.
As they say, this is like one of those, it's like the moment when Zilla draws closer. Here we go. Breaks fire.
Fuck! Why did they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Oh. Who is this? Is that Odin?
Do you see,
No, Odin
Hugo?
looks different than that.
You
It's
are
someone who
weak.
serves him. It's another dominant. I wonder who.
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart. A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your
Can
power.
I say I want to
others
have a
suffered
bad
similar
hunch
fate,
that
and
our
still
mother has
managed
gotten
to find
into
the
something
strength
very
to conjure
strange?
their icon?
Why does he seem like another child of what's going on?
Like Benedicta Harmon.
He's the one that killed her. And well, we know who cut her head off now.
She
It's him.
too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did.
Uh-oh.
Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light.
What is happening?
Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Oh no. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Orcs. I recognize that ravenousness anywhere. This will be a first.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Apparently. Where's some dark, like, things going on in this place? Some very bad stuff is happening. Well, this will be a good mini boss battle to end it with.
How the hell did that happen?
Well, if everything's going like I think it's going now, it does not surprise me. Who is our mother really? I want to know who she really is. She's causing all of this. Alright. Oh, I didn't see him swing. Ooh. Now.
He's taken over the entire mine.
It's over. Stay down. You're finished.
Come on, orcs.
So much for the men of the rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Yeah, they got ripped off. I mean, yeah, that was a lot of orcs. So really, one can't totally blame them. That was an absolute ridiculous amount of orcs. Yeah, someone's definitely sabotaging Dalmekia now. Oh, more orcs. Orc mesmerizer. An orc shaman. Get rid of it. Alright, clear. Where are we supposed to go? Are we? No? Oh. Okay. Yep. This looks right.
Animals. You should never have left Ash.
Don't know what that was. See it up there. That's what the mesmerizers do apparently. Mesmerizer, there it is, two of them. Oh. No wonder we gotta take this energy and take them out quick. Alright, orcs meet fire! Woo! Alright. That was a beatdown of a lifetime. Oh, this is where we're going. Oh, his body got stuck there. The lightning will in favor of the lightning. Ooh. Potion. A shield. I think we're going this way.
Stairs.
And an orc.
This must be the way out.
Also, there's an orc at the top of those stairs. Yeah, this looks like a mini boss battle. Yep, there we go. That's a very big orc. Uh-huh.
I won't be
Orcish warlord, that makes sense.
How did they get in here?
Yeah, obviously it's brought in here.
Nice try.
Oh, this one's gonna be hard.
Nice try.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Nice try.
Hello. Goodbye, Orc Warlord. Still didn't waste an item. Yeah.
By the flames.
Literally built a castle inside it next to the Mother Crystal. Literally. Alright, this is where we're most likely gonna leave it.
As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Yep. Makes sense. Kinda crazy that way. I have a feeling that bridge is gonna break. I want to grab this item and hopefully it don't trigger the cutscene because I want to save it. Back there. Yeah, alright. Good. Then we're back to full health. Let's save it over here. We're going to save this for the next episode just because, like I said, we're running out of time again and we're right here, but I think we can kind of curtail his episode into helping us get towards whoever's going to be our next target. I want to find out who that was just now. Which of the Edelins that is. That one's new. We know he's a part of the Kingdom of Willode, so he's under Odin, but we don't know who. Well, this clearly looks like, once again, like Joshua. So is he another child of Clive and Joshua's mother? Like, how many kids does this girl have? And if or are they clones, right? Or is she using some sort of weird, I don't know. It's getting kind of crazy. Like, it's starting to feel like she's just trying to Wesker this world into her own image. But probably serving Typhon in the process. And they keep calling us Mythos instead of Ifrit, which is interesting. So I'm wondering about that too. Not really sure which we really are. Ooh, do we have enough yet? We do. Let's unlock Upheaval. We can fight. We'll get this right before we fight Titan. Upgrading is going to take a while, but that's with all of those. Alright, so now we go back over here. We change this one to Earth and Fury. So now once we're finished with that combo, we do that to unleash a final boosh worth of damage. So now we need to start upgrading our original ability. So this is the one I used to use the most. So this is the one that needs to be upgraded next. Which is this one. So it can be upgraded and mastered. Because Ifrit's is in the center, which we're using this one. But that's already been mastered. And Limit Break's already been mastered. So yeah. My next bet is either to go and master my Ramu ability, which is Judgment Bolt, which this is the king damage starter of the whole thing. Or go back and upgrade my Phoenix Flames of Rebirth. We'll have to figure it out. Do we have enough to upgrade our punch? We do. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that too. Oh, it goes faster! Oh my goodness. That's actually really crazy. Wait, how does that one happen? Hold on. How did you do that? Hold up. So it's not only faster normally now, but wait a minute. Oh, so if you counter into it, oh my god! That's actually kind of awesome. So countering and doing it causes you to just unleash a literally, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure level of punch. Just... That's hilarious. But yeah, I do like it still makes it naturally faster, because that means during the lightning combo, it's going to do more damage on the lightning crystal. That is hilarious. Okay. It basically behaves like Beowulf's gauntlets for Dante, is what it feels like. Let me save it. Just way more amped up. Save one more time just to make sure we're good. Okay. Alright, let's return to title screen for tonight. I'm gonna get off here before it gets too late. I still gotta eat and stuff, so... I want to say thank y'all for joining up tonight. I want to say big shout out to my moderator, Farseer, as always. Making sure that the flames stay lit even in the desert sands of Dalmatia. And I'm kind of glad we took a little bit of our time with this one, so that way we can prep for the major fight. Because we were able to get more upgrades by doing so. We have our armor now set perfectly. We've upgraded our abilities a little bit to make us really, really strong. And I don't think really Kupka's going to put much up of a fight. The main story stuff tends to stay with the way I'm kind of leveling up 2 to 3 levels behind me now, which is enough to make it where he's barely going to really hurt me, except for on like maybe ultimate moves and stuff. And then once we go into Ifrit mode, it's probably done deal at that point. Because I guarantee you we're probably about to have the biggest Attack on Titan / Godzilla brawl that we've had yet. Just because it's Titan. Like, I almost just guarantee it. It's gonna be like back when Kratos used Pandora's box to make himself large enough to use that sword to fight Ares and run him through with it. So it's gonna be a brawl. So we're gonna save that for the next episode. Since this game is quite long anyways, take our time with it. I doubt we'll have this done before Spider-Man, but we're gonna try. Just because of how much there still seems to be left to do. Plus there seems to be a lot more Edelins I've still got to fight. I do know 3 at least powers we're probably going to get more. Shiva's most likely at some point, unless for some reason we never get hers, which I'm fine with because that means she's not going to die. And Jill's going to be there for the whole game. We already have Titans. So I'm assuming Bahamut, Odin, and maybe whatever that other guy is now that we've seen him, unless it happens to be whatever the young kid turns into. I don't know yet. But I do know it doesn't look like there's much room for too many more Edelins on our little dial. But we'll see how it goes. I'll know when we get the next one how many more there probably is we're going to get the powers of. I do want Bahamut's, and I guarantee you we're probably going to get his, at least. And I think Bahamut's is going to be the most fun to use, but his might be too, range-oriented. We'll see. I just want him to have his big, Kamehameha beam that he shoots, like his little Nova Destructor beam. And Odin will just be good for combos. I guarantee a lot of Odin's combos or abilities once we get his are all just accent swordplay. Kind of like having a Swordmaster with Dante. So, and once again, whether we get Shiva's or not as well. But I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. Big shout out to Wizard as well, joining in the first stream with part 2, with me having to do a part 2 because my power went out earlier. Like I said, I think someone hit a pole somewhere, and that's why it went out for a second. But I hope y'all enjoyed. I want to say thank you to everyone who didn't get to join in the live stream as well for seeing this as a video. Hope you enjoyed the video as well. And I wish you a good morning or good evening to all you guys out there. And I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. And tomorrow will be Warhammer. Tomorrow we will be continuing where we have left off finally, with our plan with Claw, as we invade back towards the north, gather my resources to annihilate Changeling. And just cheese the hell out of him like I do, Nagash all the time. No, that's actually really dope. I'll never let that down, Nagash. You let a rat with a bunch of nuclear physics abilities outdo you. Just saying. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much. Peace and love to all you out there. I wish you a good evening and hope you get some rest out there. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.